I keep trying to figure out how to word these videos. I don't know where to start. First of all, this Indiana Jones figure isn't bad. In fact, it's actually good. Damn good. The colors look all correct at first glance. Had it for a little bit. Indy looks accurate to his appearance in Raiders. All the what I assume all the way down to the brass buttons on the bag, to the color of the bag and the strap itself. Even his whip is the completely correct all tan whip that was the whip that was used in the movie, funnily enough. It was all tan, including the handle, no holds barred. The gun is correct. It's a some sort of. The gun is also correct. I can't say whether or not, I can't remember off the top of my head if it was a Smith & Wesson or a Webley pistol that he used in Raiders. The only major downside is the rest of his accessories. His gun is way too skinny and it's way too small. It looks like it'll snap in half, even though it's made out of PVC. The holster is also totally Lilliputian. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen videos of these figures already, so I don't need to show any of the accessories that it comes with. Of course, it comes with the idol, comes with all of Indy's necessary hands, holding things, punching hands, trigger finger. Even though it doesn't have any gloved variants, which I kind of would have liked, because nothing says adventure like rugged, sturdy gloves, because you're gonna need them some bitches if you're gonna climb temple walls and go over ancient bridges and smack Nazis around and ride horses and climb under cars to punch more Nazis. But the other main issue I have with this is more the fact that this is really going to be Hasbro's last hurrah. For those of you who don't know, Retroblasting made an awesome video called Indiana Jones and the Last Hurrah, which was over the 2009 3/4 inch line, which came out to middling success. This was because of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull really not being a good movie. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It wasn't up to what people think an Indiana Jones film should be, which I hope to God, despite everything I've seen so far, I really hope that this new movie doesn't live up to that part of the legacy. I hope it's a solid film. But this could probably be Indy's last hurrah, either on toy store shelves or on action figure merchandise in general. And thankfully, they're starting strong with, with Raiders first, and then they're trickling out some Last Crusade figures with Dr. Henry Jones Sr. and some of those other tertiary characters. I would love to see the Grail Knight again, done in the 6-inch form. But they're also doing what Crystal Skull had done and weaving in figures for the new movie. So far, it's just old Indy and his goddaughter. But I would love to see them, first of all, keep going with these figures based on the original 3 movies, the original trilogy. Well, and the reason why I did that, Star Wars original trilogy, Indiana Jones original trilogy, gotta be specific. Because I really do like this. It's not terrible. It doesn't suck. It's not like the Republic Commandos they put out, where it's totally inaccurate. They're all using the same Clone Wars base the same Bad Batch base body from Hunter, just with redeco, with a gun that's not even to scale. The weapon should be at least up to half their bicep. all the way up to their wrist. It's only the length of their forearm. They don't even come with their secondary weapon, their pistol, their sidearm, the correct sidearm, which is more realistic looking than the standard issue Clone Wars pistols. Each body looks purpose-built. Each Indiana Jones looks purpose-built. Each tertiary character looks purpose-built. The only other thing I hate about this line is the fact that Hasbro somehow managed to shove a Build-A whatever into the line, even though Black Series doesn't need it. Black Series never had it. Why do you need to shove it in with Indy? Because of the artifacts? I mean, yeah, the arc is fine, but now they got the Sankara stones coming out, and I don't want to know if I have to pay $24.99 a figure if they do ever make these for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull figures. Because there were like, what, 6 aliens? Does that mean I'll have to spend like close to $200, $300, $400 just to get aliens when they should just be coming on a single card? I hope they come on a single card. Otherwise, that would be fucking a steak. Otherwise, everything looks good. Yeah, they do look good. The belt, obviously, the belt isn't great. The hook that comes on the stock belt doesn't hold the whip in place. It doesn't latch in totally. This is a new upgrade kit from Gridiron. But I'm hoping that this line fills out completely with all of Indy's cast and all of the necessary versions of Indy, even some purpose-built troop builders. We need Nazis, we need Soviet soldiers, we need the Cairo thugs, we need the thuggy Taskmaster, we need General Vogel. I would love to see this line go out with a bang instead of a whimper like the last one did. Because this Indiana Jones line and its stupid vintage collection line or retro collection line, whatever the fuck they're calling it. This is Indiana Jones's last hurrah. This is his last chance to stick the landing in the toy world before falling all the way back into obscurity. Sink or swim. This is going to be a line, one of the few lines from Hasbro that I collect now. I pretty much stepped away from Legends, aside from the odd character or two. I'm only collecting G.I. Joe up into a point, like once they make pretty much the original 13 plus Shooter plus a lot of the airmen from G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, or a lot of the G.I. Joe animated characters. I'm away from the line. Originally I said it was going to be Big Ben or Steel Battalion or whatever the fuck they call them nowadays. Steel Corps. And then I'm also collecting Black Series on and off, only main characters or character versions that make sense. I'm going to be collecting the Season 2 variants of the Bad Batch team. Mostly because that Omega looks finally acceptable. But we do need this line to be good. For the sake of the fans, I really hope that Hasbro keeps their head out of their ass. Because a good Indiana Jones line is staring us right in the face with necessary characters and accessories and accurate sculpts. It's obvious that that person that loves Indiana Jones is that somebody that loves Indiana Jones is working on this line. I don't know who it is, but for the rest of us, stay hidden, because if Hasbro finds out that you love Indiana Jones, you can kiss this position goodbye, because they will transfer your ass faster than you can say fuck. That's all I have to say about all of this. A link to the gridiron kit that was used for this guy, because it honestly is awesome. The gun is big enough in his hand. The whip is bendy wire. And it's all a uniform brown, not tan, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done good enough. I hope there's a version 2, because if there is, I'm going to switch the whip out. That way it's a uniform tan instead of just dark brown. But an Indiana Jones line that is 100% accurate and comparable to the 3 3/4 inch line without all the filler. I think this is it. At least until Hasbro finds a way to fuck it up. So, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay blue.